welcome back to Tales of Olympus, and I'm very sorry for the late update because, I'm having the final exam. So, today we're going to start a new series because we finished our journey with the 12 Olympian gods, and now it's time to begin a new adventure. This is the very first episode of a new series, and who better to start with than the strongest hero of them all, Heracles. Some of you may know him as Hercules. That's the Roman name. But today we're using his real Greek name, Hercules. Wait, no, I mean Heracles. This is part one of an epic tale, and we're gonna break this story into two parts. Today we will explore we will explore how Heracles was born and how he came to be. And the part two, will be released next week when I have more time since I'm finished with the whole exam thing. I will talk about the whole every single story of the 12 labors. I know it's really long to put it in one episode, but I have to make it up to you guys for not uploading on time again, which time again? Actually, this is the second time. So, please keep listening to this podcast. And you have my dearest apologies for not uploading. And anyways, let's begin. Before we begin, I want to say one thing. We have now reached 150 downloads and across 11 countries, and I'll name it. So, congratulations, Taiwan, Spain, Kenya, USA, United Kingdom, United States of America, United Kingdom, Libya, Denmark, Germany, Netherlands, and Bulgaria, and Hong Kong. Yeah, that's what. So, and last time we talked about Persephone and Hades and Demeter. So, and we introduced my little cousin Alpine, and our downloads got extremely a lot better. So next time, maybe if I have time, Alpine will come in again. And also, if you were wondering, Alpine's name is spelled Alpin. And I know some people think that it's Alpine, but it's Alpine because we didn't want him to sound like any other Alpine. So we made the spelling a little different, like my gal. It's actually G-O-U, which a lot of people pronounce it as go. So I'm working on that. I'm not a cow, so I'm not a K-A-O, so I'm not a cow. I'm a gal, okay? Yep. Okay, well, we're straying completely from the story. So anyways, let's begin. Long, long ago, in the mighty land of Thebes, a baby was born. His name was Alcaeus. But we know him as someone else. Actually, I want for you guys to have the whole story. So again, long, long time ago in the ancient city of Thebes, something incredible was about to happen. A mortal woman named Alcmene, known for her wisdom, beauty, loyalty, was waiting for her husband, Amphitryon, to return from battle. But someone else had their eyes on her. That someone was Zeus, the king of the gods. Zeus was watching from Mount Olympus and thought, Alcmene is the most beautiful mortal I've ever seen. I must have a child with her. And guess what? He came up with a very Zeusy plan. He disguised himself as Amphitryon, using lightning, magic, and maybe a little weird charm, and tricked Alcmene into thinking he was her husband. That night, Zeus and Alcmene had a child of both mortal and god. His original name was Alcaeus, but the world know him as Heracles, which means the glory of Hera. Oh, the irony. We'll talk about that later. But when Hera, Zeus's queen, heard what had happened and that another one of Zeus's child was born, she was beyond furious. She didn't just get angry, she plotted revenge. Hera sent two snakes into the nursery, hoping to destroy the baby in his crib. But the baby wasn't like other babies. While everyone in the palace was sleeping, Hera crept her revenge into the night. She sent two giant snakes slithering into the nursery, their eyes glowing, their tongues flickering, ready to strike the baby in his crib. But Heracles wasn't scared as a baby. He didn't cry and he didn't scream. Instead, he grabbed each snake by the neck, one in each chubby baby hand, and with a mighty squeeze, he crushed them to death. His cries didn't wake the palace. It was the snapping of the snake's bones that did. When Alcmene and Amphitryon rushed in, they couldn't believe their eyes. There was baby Hercules, giggling and playing with two lifeless serpents like they were plush toys. Word spread fast. Word spread fast. Everyone began whispering. This child must be a hero. He must be special. He must be destined for something incredible. But not everyone celebrated. Hera was even angrier. Her plan had failed, and now she knew this boy could grow up to challenge even the gods themselves. After the snake attack, everyone knew he was special. As he grew older, it became even more obvious. He was stronger than anyone, stronger than boys, men, and even warriors. But with that strength came danger. Heracles had a quick temper and didn't always know how to control his power. So to help him grow into a hero, his family sent him to be trained by the best teachers in all of Greece. He learned wrestling from Autolycus, the cleverest thief in Greece, sword fighting from Castor, one of the famous Gemini twins, and archery from Eurytus, a king who never missed a shot, and music from Linus, Linus, I don't know. And even though that didn't go quite well, Heracles accidentally killed him during a lesson. And that's when someone very special stepped in, a wise centaur named Chiron. Half horse, half man, but fully brilliant. You may have heard of him because he was the one who trained heroes like Jason, Achilles, Perseus, Asclepius, and now he would train Heracles. Chiron didn't just teach battle and bravery. He taught patience, philosophy, healing, and how to be noble. And for the first time, Heracles had someone who understood him. Someone who saw the wild strength inside, but also the good heart beneath it. Under Chiron's care, Heracles became more than strong. He became a real hero in training. But even Chiron couldn't stop what came next. Just when things were finally going well for Heracles, Hera struck again. She had never stopped watching him, waiting, planning, and hating. And now Heracles was grown, a true warrior, a husband, a father. He married a kind princess named Megara. Does that ring a bell? From Disney's animated Hercules. He was in love with a mortal named Meg, and Meg came from Megara. And so back to this original story. He married her and they had children, and he was happy for a little while. But Hera didn't want Heracles to have a peaceful life. So one day, when Heracles returned home from battle, Hera sent a wave of madness into his mind. He looked at his family and didn't see them. He saw enemies. He thought he was still fighting. In blind rage, Heracles did the unthinkable. He killed Megara and their children, thinking he was protecting them. When the madness finally faded and Heracles realized what he had done, he collapsed to the ground, broken. He didn't cry. He screamed. He begged the gods to take away his strength, to punish him, to end his life. But instead he was sent to the Oracle of Delphi, where the gods gave him a chance to earn forgiveness. The oracle told him, "Go to King Eurystheus and do whatever he commands. Complete the labors he gives you. Only then you will be cleansed." And so became the most famous challenge in all of Greek mythology, the 12 labors of Heracles. And so Heracles left everything behind: his home, his past, his name, even his own pain. He walked to the kingdom of Tyrants, Tyryns, or Tyrants, where King Eurystheus waited. Eurystheus was a weak king, but Hera whispered in his ear, "Make the tasks impossible. Make Heracles suffer." The king agreed. He gave Heracles 12 impossible missions, challenges so dangerous, so terrifying, no mortal could survive them. In part 2, we'll dive into those labors, including the battle with the Nemean lion, whose skin could not be pierced by any weapon, and the swampy nightmare of the Lernaean Hydra, a monster with many heads, and when one is cut off, two grow back. Can Heracles survive? Can he overcome the curse Hera placed on him? You'll find out in the next episode. So sorry for the cliffhanger because, I'm getting a lot of pressure these days and I really don't have enough time. So if you can, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, which hasn't uploaded for years now, but I will try to upload when the whole thing is over. So, my name is Ariel, and I'm your host. See you in part 2, where the legend of Heracles truly begins. My name is Ariel, I'm 10 years old, and I will see you next episode.